I don't know. That's me trying to look like it. So, well, I mean, so that's just lower than beards usually go. And then we see, I don't know. See, usually like the hair starts like way up here, right? And then it's all over here. It's like, for some reason, there's a break in between there, but then there's that there. So it's like a piece from here came off and landed there. And I mean, it's good. It's good. But I think people assume that I manicure it that way on purpose. And sometimes, like, I do rip out stuff like, there'll be a couple hairs here and there, right, right there. I'm like, okay, well, I gotta get those. Because it's not enough to actually, you know, fill it in. Um, but, okay, so, and then look at this. Um, that hasn't changed since fifth grade. Um, uh, so, and then I've been a chronic, habitual, uh, everyday drug addict. So I'm a junkie, a tweaker. I was, I took so much ecstasy it didn't work anymore. I took 18 on my 18th birthday. I wasn't rolling balls, but for like 2 years after that, if I looked up and to the left, it felt like I was falling. That couldn't have been a good sign. I I heard that it put holes in your brain, that ecstasy, and um, I guess that's what looking up and to the left. I guess it felt like maybe I looked at a hole in my brain or something. Because yeah, I had the sensation of falling. And it lasted for a couple of years. And then I also I already had this problem before, but it made the problem of not being able to talk that much worse. So when I was in Gate in second grade, the teacher brought me outside the classroom. First of all, it was a teacher that was an employee at Lawrence Livermore National Lab. Um, 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 and he was the gate teacher, but he brought me outside of the class alone to feed me toothpaste flavored ice cream while everybody else had normal ice cream because we were making homemade ice cream that day, and he just wanted to flavor mine with toothpaste. And I'm like, ew, I don't want that. He's like, well, it's like mint ice cream. I'm like, okay. And he convinced me to eat it alone outside the class. Hella suspicious, but at the time, I just, and then that guy's son, um, it was as if he had asked his son to keep tabs on me, but there was this weird, like, competitive thing. But his son gave me a thing full of mercury and told me that I should play with it barehanded and like mash it up so that the big ball turned into a bunch of other little balls. Like, do that because it's fun, and so I took it home and I did that. um, Seems kind of suspicious. There's been hindsight's 2020, and from what I can tell now, there's been a very deliberate, orchestrated attempt to like dumb me down, slow me down, and also destroy my career uh, potentials and any respect, just respect among peers, in any way that that could be diminished, um, and my mental faculties could be diminished, and my financial opportunities could be diminished. Uh, I it Because the one time that I had a promising career going for me, I was a journeyman. Well, I was an apprentice to be a journeyman glazer. Got promoted from a production worker into the field, uh, and and there was a guy that didn't even work for our company that ratted on me about something I didn't do. He said I peed into a bottle when there was a bunch of and left that pissy bottle in um, some weird place at the job site. But there was all kinds of porta potties and people squatted there overnight. It was just things like that um, happen. And then I also have a problem with like a neighbor. So me and my aunt are the only ones that are arch negative in my family. Well, since my mom died, and coincidentally, me and her both had problems with black people that we share walls with that are stalkers, like very, um, yeah, like they're getting paid to do it too. Um, there, all these interesting little tidbits that that now make more sense than they ever could have before I found out um, that I'm supposed to be in King Charles' shoes right now. Was I, I expect him to just it's got to be a peaceful thing. I mean, what are we gonna do? But I think eventually, just people. I don't know. I don't know. I either gotta kill some people, or I gotta get people to help me kill some people, or maybe people just do the right thing and not be afraid of what everybody else, like three-quarters of the world is looking forward to this. Once a week they get together in groups and look forward to this, and so it's a good thing. It's nothing to be worried about. um, mm, mm, mm. And then I have noticed that it looks like a lot of heterosexual couples appear like they could be soulmates. But the buzzword around the neighborhood here is soulmate and mine, and it's troubling me because I haven't met this person yet, and it seems like everybody else has. Um, 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 and and it says in the Bible that the bride of the Lamb is gonna need some new clothes for some reason, but that everybody that's invited to the wedding banquet will be blessed. So there is precedent for there being a soulmate that might have some tumultuous experience that requires some new spiritual clothes, and typically that means your body, as far as I can tell, because when it talks about the four horse riders of the apocalypse, or well, I guess this guy would be one of them, and his is he's it's a white horse, and there's a sword coming out of his mouth, and he's got red. He's wearing red. Um, um, Wait a second. That doesn't really, not really applicable. But I've taken those things to symbolize and mean that it is a Caucasian, a white horse, with the dressed, and the rider's dressed in red. I think your astrological sign would be like the clothes, like so your physical body, and then your personality type, and well, and that's all you need, right? And then the sword coming out of the mouth is obviously just someone that uses their words sharply, and that's their weapon of choice. So yeah, if the lamb's bride needs new clothes, what do you think? Help me out in the comments. What does that symbolize? What should I be concerned about my soulmate going through at this very moment? They're trying to do damage to me. Like, I'll say something. They'll be like, "Oh yeah, your soulmate." Just like other people are like, "Your mom." Yeah, your mom. Like, yeah, your soulmate thinks so. Yeah, that's what I'm doing to your soulmate right now. It's a bunch of that going around. It's gotten real old because it's been going on for years. But that's what's happening. Pray for me, please. I know you think that I should be giving you stuff, but I need support now more than ever. And you'll get it. You'll get it later. Like, what's better, to make an enemy out of me, or to make me feel eternally grateful and indebted to you? Think about it.